This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. My name is Dr. Doug Smith. Thank you for joining us today. We do this podcast every Monday through Thursday at 1 o'clock. Please, while we're thinking about it, hit the like button and please subscribe to us. We do a 8 to 10, 11-minute podcast every day. What we're covering right now is the citizens petition that we did successfully get published on the FDA website, technically the regulations.gov website, the section that applies to the FDA. That's a big deal. Okay, this information is now published. What we do here on this podcast, all we do here on this podcast is we look at the science. That's all we do. We're just looking at the science. If I give you my opinion, I'll tell you, hey, that's my opinion. But for the most part, we're just looking at the science, and we're going paragraph by paragraph through the entire citizens petition, all 49 pages. So we'll be doing this for a while at 8 to 10 minutes a day. It'll take us a little while, but that's fine. Okay. And please, everybody, post these videos all over your social media, all over everybody else's social media. Let's get this stuff out there. People are dying, and for some people, we really are the only hope. All right. So been looking forward to this section. I enjoyed writing this section. I enjoy reviewing this section. Those four little graphs that you see there, that's our data. We did that research. Well, quite frankly, I'm proud of that research. And so let me read part of this paragraph to you. And once again, we're trying to set this up so that it's easier for you guys to get through this citizens petition on your own. And notice that what we're talking about here is action requested. See it right there at the top, action requested. Okay, now, citizens petition, we're requesting action from the commissioner of the FDA. He could ignore us, so far he has, but hey, it's out there. We are requesting action. Okay, and let me tell you what action we're requesting. Action requested. The action requested of the commissioner is all action necessary to both stop the further poisoning of the citizens and to utilize the antidote that is buprenorphine to immediately stabilize as many of the poisoned as can possibly be accomplished. Okay, without access to the antidote that is buprenorphine, the morbidity and mortality of those poisoned remains unacceptably elevated. With access to the antidote that is buprenorphine, and according to our data, the symptoms of the autonomic dysfunction, in other words, the symptoms of the sickness, the symptoms of the autonomic dysfunction reduced by greater than 99%. Opioid cravings reduced by greater than 99%. The purchase of illegal opioids reduces by greater than 99%. And the instances of opioid overdose events just disappeared. This data was originally coalesced over greater than 100,000 patient days. This is the data that supports the treatment IND. So there it is. Now, 100,000 patient days, that'd be one patient for 100,000 days or 1,000 patients for 100 days. We're much closer to 1,000 patients for 100 days. And so this is good data. Okay, 100,000 patient days of data, this is meaningful. And look at those graphs. Take a minute and look at those graphs. Okay, look how everything got better. Okay, look at those graphs. And what you see is, okay, the red on the left, that's when people were in withdrawal. Okay, the red on the left, that's when people are in withdrawal. And when they're in withdrawal, it can't be tolerated. They can't tolerate it. I couldn't tolerate it. You couldn't tolerate it. Humans can't tolerate the sickness that is called opioid withdrawal. And so what we're trying to do here is we're trying to give a voice to our people. For those of you who have suffered through withdrawal, okay, we're trying to give you a voice. We're trying to help you be heard. So look at that top graph. Okay, look at that red. Okay, what we did was we built a scale, a questionnaire. And we'll go over the questionnaire in detail. And we asked a series of 14 questions about how you felt. Okay, and these questions were geared towards how bad the symptoms of withdrawal were. Okay, and then what you see there on the red is people when they're sick in withdrawal, when they're feeling the sickness, and then there and right on the blue, well, that's after they're stabilized on buprenorphine, and look at that. Okay, when they're sick, their symptoms are horrible. Okay, the average scale there the average score, it was 46 points. Okay. Once they get on buprenorphine, it's less than 0, less than 1, almost 0. Okay. Buprenorphine works. And for those of you who say, hey, I know buprenorphine works for me, well, that's what we're showing here. Okay. The symptoms went away. You don't have the stomach cramps anymore. You don't have the nausea. You don't have the sweats. Your hair's not standing on end. Your heart's not pounding. You don't have that horrible feeling like something awful is going to happen. Okay, all that goes away when you're on buprenorphine. Now, you may tell somebody that, and maybe they believe you and maybe they don't. But what we've done here is we've quantified it. We've put it into a scale. We've turned it into a number. We've turned it into something people can understand. Instead of just saying, hey, I felt better when I took buprenorphine, you can say, hey, my neurotoxicity scale, my autonomic dysfunction scale went from 46 to 0.1. Okay, I got a whole lot better when I took buprenorphine. And then look at the one under it. Okay, this is incredibly important. When the sickness goes away, people don't crave opioids anymore. This is where the psychiatrist got it completely wrong. Okay, the psychiatrist is claiming that our people are craving opioids because they want to get high. They just want to get high. They are selfish drug addicts and they're just chasing some high. No, that's not what the science says. That's not what the science says. Psychiatrists made that up. They don't have any proof for it. They made it up. They made it up. They literally made it up. And it's not what the science says. Look what the science says. The science says when our people are sick, they're craving an opioid because they know the opioid will take away the sickness. They're not craving an opioid to get high. They're craving an opioid to take away the sickness. Look at the science. It's right there in front of you. Are you going to deny the science? Plenty do. Lord knows the psychiatrist does. Look at the science. It's right there in front of you. When our people feel the sickness, they crave the opioid horribly. When the sickness goes away, the opioid craving goes away. Look at that. When the sickness goes away, the opioid craving goes away. It's right there in front of you. Look at the first two graphs. Graph number 1 on top and graph number 2 right under it. Okay, sickness on top, opioid craving underneath it. When our people feel sick, they're craving an opioid because you just cannot withstand the sickness. When the sickness goes away, they don't crave an opioid. They don't have anything to do with the opioids. Okay, and then look at the third graph. If they're not craving the opioids, they don't want anything to do with the opioids. Hey, guess what? They stop going out and buying opioids. Okay, you want to run down the purchase of illegal opioids in this country? Put our people on buprenorphine. It's right there in front of you. The answer is right there in front of you. Okay, this isn't rocket science. It's actually DNA science. It's not that hard to understand. You're looking at it. And then, hey, here's a shocker. When our people stop going out and buying fentanyl, and our people stop going out and buying heroin, and our people stop going out and buying illegal pills, hey, guess what? Drug overdoses disappear. Over the 100,000 patient days, we didn't have any overdoses. And 1 out of 7 of our people who were involved in this data, 1 out of 7 had experienced an overdose at some point in the past. So it went from 1 out of 7 to just disappearing. So this is, and you'll see what we say at the end of this paragraph here. This is the scientific evidence that we use to support the treatment IND. The treatment IND is what our people are doing right now. Okay, once a month they get loaded up with a supply of buprenorphine and they do fine. That's the treatment IND. Whole thing's done through telemedicine. That's the treatment IND. Okay, but the point is, why should our people have to pay for that? They didn't poison themselves. FDA missed this poisoning. Pharmaceutical companies poisoned our people. Let the pharmaceutical companies pay for this. Why should our people have to pay for this? Okay, and that's what the treatment IND is all about. So, absolutely love these 4 graphs. We're going to pick up on this again on Monday. We're going to spend some time on this. This is important. We're going to go through this in detail. Okay, so we're going to hold right here for today. Please reach out to us. I got a number of emails today. Thank you very much. If you need access to buprenorphine, please come and join our program, bupe.me. Okay, please. And post these videos everywhere on social media that you possibly can. Send them to everybody. Get them to look at these graphs. Send this as an email to everybody you know and say, hey, look at these graphs. Send it to somebody you know. Okay, you might help somebody. And what these graphs say is, hey, get on buprenorphine and save your life. Okay. My name is Dr. Doug Smith. Today is Thursday. We will not see you guys again until Monday. Everybody have a great weekend. Please like and subscribe us. Let me hear from you. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.